The next day, carrying my luggage, I boarded a plane bound for Montelvia. Chapter 4. The flight to Montelvia took 11 hours. I spent most of it staring out the window, watching the ocean pass beneath me, the clouds shifting like memories I was trying to leave behind. My phone was off. I had no intention of turning it back on until I was safely on the ground, surrounded by people who actually wanted me. When the plane began its descent, I could see the coastline of Montelvia, dramatic cliffs, turquoise water, and the sprawling palace complex that had been my childhood home. It was beautiful, breathtaking, and utterly foreign to me now. 8 years ago, I had left this place for Mason. I had traded royal protocol for cramped apartments, designer gowns for off-the-rack dresses, and the certainty of my future for the uncertainty of his love. I had been a fool, but at least I was a fool who had finally learned her lesson. The plane touched down at 8 a.m. local time. The tarmac was empty except for a black sedan with tinted windows and 2 men in dark suits standing beside it. They straightened when they saw me descend the stairs. Princess Madison, the older of the two, bowed his head. "Welcome home. Your parents sent us to escort you to the palace." I nodded, too tired for pleasantries. "Thank you." The drive to the palace took 20 minutes. I watched the familiar landscape scroll past, the olive groves, the vineyards, the ancient stone walls that had stood for centuries. Everything was the same. And yet, nothing was. When the car pulled through the wrought iron gates, I saw my parents waiting on the palace steps. My mother's hand flew to her mouth. My father's jaw tightened. They both looked older than I remembered. I stepped out of the car, my hand instinctively resting on my still flat stomach. "Madison." My mother rushed forward, pulling me into an embrace. Her tears wet my shoulder. "You're home. Finally. I missed you, Mom." My father approached more slowly, his eyes searching my face. "Is it true? You're carrying a child? The heir to Montelvia?" I said quietly. "Yes." He didn't smile, but his shoulders seemed to relax, just a fraction. "Then we have much to discuss. Come inside." Chapter 5. The palace library was warm, lit by a crackling fire and the soft glow of antique lamps. My parents sat across from me, the weight of their expectations pressing down like a physical force. "Devin will be here this afternoon," my mother said, her voice carefully measured. "He's been informed of the situation. He's willing to proceed with the marriage." Willing. I repeated the word. Not exactly a ringing endorsement. My father's brow furrowed. "He's a good man, Madison. He's been waiting for years. He could have married anyone, but he chose to honor the arrangement, because he's in love with the idea of me," I said. "Not the reality. Is that any different from the 8 years you spent with Mason Ryder?" My mother's voice was sharper now. "At least Devin's feelings are based on something real. At least he's never made you wait for a promise he didn't intend to keep." I flinched. My father sighed. "We're not trying to hurt you. We're trying to protect you. And this child." He leaned forward. "The Ryder boy may have been your choice, but he never deserved you. Devin does." I wanted to argue, but I was too tired, too broken. "Fine," I said. "I'll meet with him." Chapter 6. Devin arrived at 3 p.m. He was tall, with dark hair and kind eyes, softer than Mason's sharp features, less polished. He wore a simple suit, no tie, and when he saw me, he smiled. Not a smirk, not a calculated expression, a real smile. "Madison." He took my hand, his fingers warm. "You look beautiful, Devin. It's been a long time, 8 years. He didn't let go of my hand. I counted everyone. I didn't know what to say to that. He released my hand and stepped back, his gaze dropping to my stomach. "You're pregnant?" "Yes." "With his child?" "Yes." He nodded slowly, processing. Then he looked back up at me. "And you're sure you want to go